Hi, Scorpio. My name is Karen. I'm with Veronica's Dreams Tarot or Coaching and Tarot. This is Scorpio April reading for the month of April. This is a general reading, so it could be any topic. We'll see what the cards tell us. And I do personal readings. My link to my website is in the description box. And there's a lot of choices there. Today I'm using the Black Cat Tarot. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to take a look at current situation, past, present, future influence, what you don't see, challenge, what to watch for, advice, and outcome. Let's do a couple more shuffles. And a little bit of this. Two more times. Nope, one more. Okay, we're good to go. So, current situation. 9 of Pentacles, past influence. 4 of Swords, present influence. Star, ooh, nice. Future influence. 4 of Pentacles. What you don't see. Hangman. Challenge. King of Pentacles. What to watch for is 7 of Swords. Advice. 6 of Pentacles. And outcome, please. Cool. Nice outcome. Oh, well, this is kind of nice. You got a lot of 4s here going on. So we have the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And that just tells me that so the 4 of Wands in this deck reminds me kind of like a coming together. Yes, definitely celebration, but it's not, I don't feel marriage, that kind of thing. I do feel like this is about, it's almost, well, we'll talk about it, but it is something that's coming together for you. And it comes from healing because you've got the past influence as the 4 of Swords. You've taken some time. But it is about something coming together, either an idea or people or something that you're pulling in and using the resources of all of them. So your current situation is 9 of Pentacles. So you are in a situation where you are independent. This 9 of Pentacles particularly talks about you know enough to be still in the water because there's sharks around you. And if you move too much, the sharks are going to come get you. But instead you're floating and allowing the tide to take you where it may. In other words, you're kind of going with the flow and knowing that if you fight that too much, right, that the sharks will come and get you. But that's kind of clarity of your mind, and you know enough to know that. Like the 9 of Pentacles is a very mature, successful person that's independently successful. They've created their own home, wealth, whatever, but whatever they've done with hard work, and they're very proud of it. And this deck particularly is about going with the flow. So I feel like the past influence being the 4 of Swords, you know, you're healing from something. What is that? Could be anything. Could be health. It could be love. It could be, you know, mental health. It could be anything, like really healing in all kinds of ways. So if there's something that, you know, you've been trying to get past, you know, kind of regroup and heal, this has put you in a place where you are feeling pretty good, but it's also given you the idea that you need to kind of go with the flow a little bit. And you are. And that's good because you're just trying to figure out, I feel like with that 4 of Swords in the past and where in the current situation is, you're just kind of trying to figure out where you're at. You know, you've been successful, it looks like, in the healing, but there is still healing going on because we have Star in the present. But that's what I'm getting the feeling. And in the present influence, we have the Star. And that tells me that what's influencing the now is the hope. You know, you have hope. You're looking up and you're going, I've got this. I think things will work out. You've got that kind of mentality, and your hope and your, you know, wishes will move you forward because they do. I mean, in this star card tells me that. Like it's a very good card, and it's a very good card to have, you know, influencing the now. Because when you have hope and faith, then you can almost do anything. You can do anything you want. The future influence is the Four of Pentacles. So that tells me that whatever is happening here, you will be holding on to it. Now, is it something if you're holding? I don't think so. Um, I think this is moving ahead of something, moving ahead, whether it be, I almost feel like it's work related because of the Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Um, so I do, and the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like you are like, and it could be something that you were healing from at work. In other words, like you weren't in a great spot, or you're trying to get over a failure, like something that you felt you failed in. I don't want to say a failure because sometimes we think we failed and we really didn't. But you're holding on to, I think you're holding on to the positive just because the way these cards play out. You're holding on to the good stuff. You're holding on to the healing. You're holding on to the hope. You're not going to lose sight of that. And that's what the is in the present influence. What you don't see is the Hangman. And that means that you are in a mode of not forward movement. You're kind of in a stuck time, but that's okay because we take this time. This is our healing time. And we're still there. We're not done yet. But I think what this is also saying is you are looking at things from different perspectives. You're taking that inner approach to what do I need to do different? What can I do to do X or to do Y? What do I need? Where do I need to be? How do I need to feel? Not how I need to feel, but how do I feel? Those kind of things. This is where you're at. This is what you don't see, but you're actually doing it. You're doing the work, and it's kind of behind the scenes. Your challenge is the King of Pentacles. So I feel like this could be someone standing in your way a little bit. Now, or the idea. You have this idea of what would be, a grounded, secure situation at work. Or this is someone that literally is standing in your way. They're a challenge. This is someone, and if it's work specifically, they're in your work life going, they're either dissing the idea, or they're leaning you to do something different, or they're saying no, that kind of thing. They're in your way. They're definitely a challenge. You may just need to sell yourself to them, but it's definitely there, and it definitely is a challenge. And it could just be yourself knowing, is this going to be what I really want? Is this going to be keep me, where I'm at financially, my stability, all of those things too, because that's the King of Pentacles. What you need to look for is, what you need. This card to me is a little bit about facing fears. He needs to go get his swords, whether he's stealing them or taking them back. If they were his and he's taking them back, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. There's a gap in the bridge. And so he needs to cross that, and he needs to think about it as he crosses it. He can't just jump across, because if he does, he could easily fall. So he's navigating. So I feel like this is a little bit about navigation, and it's a little bit about facing maybe a little bit of the unknown because you don't know, but it's also about taking back what's yours, and you need to watch for that. Also, with this, because of the King of Pentacles in your challenge, I would also watch for anyone being unfair or taking something from you as well. It could be either way, you needing to take something back, but I would keep an eye on that regardless, just because I feel like that's kind of more what it's saying about making sure no one's taking advantage of you, or doing something sly, or that kind of thing, or at least be aware of it. I mean, sometimes you can't do anything about it, but be aware of it, because if you're at least aware of it, you can deal with it, or navigate it. So I think that's what it is. So Six of Pentacles in the advice is, be sure that what you give, you're getting in return. A lot of times the Six of Pentacles could be someone over giving. It's also a card of being in a position to give, and that's okay, and that's good, because we want to be successful enough where we've reached the point where we can give back. But but it also can be like you're giving and you're not getting in return. So as advice, you can easily say give, 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 but to me, it's watch the other side. You know, there's sometimes we absolutely feel like we give more, and sometimes we don't have as much of a choice as we'd like to, as in work. That it's not a relationship dynamic, although a lot of times it kind of is. But there's times where we feel like, okay, we're giving, 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 and our boss isn't giving us. You stand up and you can say something, but there's sometimes not a lot you can do other than, leave or find a different position within the company. It's just, what do you do? You can be in a stuck situation. The other thing, too, is a reminder to ask for help when you need it. Five of Pentacles is that way, too. Like, I feel like sometimes the Six of Pentacles is the opposite, like someone asking you for help. And sometimes I feel like this can be a card of someone asking you for help, but it's not easy for them to do because they're in the Five of Pentacles situation where they're down and out and they're really not wanting to ask for help, but they do. And then this is a reminder to be kind to those people. But I don't think that's what this is in this reading. I feel like this is more of a watch your back, make sure that you're getting as much as you give. It is, though, reminded that you do need to give into a situation. You need to give to a situation to help it grow. We don't just snap our fingers and voila, we're going to get a promotion. We have to work for it. We have to work hard. So that can be the advice too. You have to use that as it resonates for you. But I believe it's keep an eye on not over giving to some degree. Over giving to where it's hindering your either career, your job, your self-image. If it's hindering something, then you need to be aware of that. Also be aware that if you want more out of a job, you may have to give more. And not in a, I'm not saying that you don't give enough, not like that. I'm just saying sometimes we have to give even more if we want to get promoted or show what we're really worth. Sometimes we have to overinflate ourselves because sometimes people just don't see it. Like, because we're under the radar or whatever, you got to maybe overinflate. The good thing is your outcome is a new beginning. Whatever that beginning is, the outcome is the Fool. And I like that because it says you're going to take a whole new idea to it. So, the Fool is a childlike new beginning where you're not, it's a leap of faith, but it's more than that. To me, like the child in the Fool is curious and they have this beginning of no fear because they don't know that they should be afraid of X or Y. They don't have those built-in fears yet. So they're kind of fearless in a certain sense. Now, some kids, do have fears very early on, but they kind of take this very curious, towards life. They're very curious towards it. I want to know what this red flower means. I want to, why, the kids, why? We're curious. We want to go see. We want to go snoop. We want to go look. And that's what's going to happen with this whole feeling is you're going to start something with a whole new mentality. And I think it comes from this. You don't see it, the Hangman, but you are processing and you are looking at things differently. You're just not completely 100% aware of it. You may catch it from time to time, but you're doing more work than you think you are. And this thing, I think specifically, is going to lead you into a new direction, but with very, very innocent type. It's just going to feel good. It's not like this stoic Ace of Pentacles new beginning, where I'm going to earn a ton of money and all of these things. It's more like, I'm going to enjoy the journey. I'm going to do this because I want to do this, and I'm going to enjoy the journey. And it's that new look, that new lease on life that you're going to grab from looking at things differently to allow you to move forward in this kind of way. So there is your reading for April. I hope you enjoyed it, Scorpio. And if so, please hit the like button. Please comment. Any comments are more than welcome. I'd like to see how these readings make you feel. If they don't resonate, they didn't resonate with me. I didn't like it. That's fine. I did like it. Whatever you want. But I do appreciate the comments. I really do. And take care and have a beautiful day.